Okay, welcome back. Allegations of police brutality is becoming commonplace in Nigeria. The police is constantly accused of high-handedness in the discharge of their duties, from the reports of extrajudicial killings to torture, rape, and extortion. The police continue to act with impunity and violate human rights of the citizens they are meant to be protecting. What is the government doing to check this? It's your view, let it count. Join the conversation. Call us on 070-8066-8014 or tweet at us at Yourview TVC. Police brutality. I wouldn't exactly say we all have witnessed the brutality angle, but we have witnessed the harassment. Yes, thank you. So the question is, what is our take on this? We've talked about the police and their actions a lot. Talk about the Eje Smith that was in the papers last week and even Monday and Tuesday this week. What is our take on this? What is the best way forward?
It's not just a police thing. It's a power thing. Every powerful person, if you are the daughter of a commissioner, if your father is somebody important, if you just have any inkling or iota or something just attaching you to power. In Nigeria, we just delegate so much. We're so scared and in awe of anybody that has power that we just let it go and we let them rule over us anyhow. A white man will come into our country and harass us because he's driving a big jeep. We just put them in this class. The same thing with the police. It doesn't just happen in Nigeria, but we need to learn to respect the uniform, because a lot of it stems out of our disrespect for them. If you see a policeman and you tell him, "Good afternoon, sir," you read his name, "Oh, Mr. Abdullahi, good afternoon. How can I help you?" He would not harass you.
You think that will solve
I feel that we should respect them, then they will respect us. A lot of times you just see them say, what? I beg, I'm in a hurry. It's a mutual thing.
It's a mutual thing. Do you have a contrary view?
Not really contrary, but I believe that it's the way you approach everybody. The policemen, I don't think, are animals. And if they're in a place of authority and they've asked you to stop or whatever, obey first. And if you know your rights, then you can explain to them that, okay, I've given you everything I need to give you. What else is there to harass me for? Because when you talk about harassment, I would like to know the full story. What happened exactly that led to the harassment? Could it be that somebody was being unruly while being calmly questioned?
Okay, well, let me just establish this. Oh, why would you like to do that?
For the case of
all right, let me establish it. We have several stories. Now, the two I want to put in view is there was this report of a family that was offered 10 million naira because the police had accidentally killed their son. Now, the man is a bike rider. The police had told him to wait, but he kept speeding, and so they shot him from the back. He died. That's one. And then another one, we have several, but I just want to pin it down to two. We have another one of Mr. and Mrs. Eje Smith that were driving towards Lekki, and then, they were in a taxi driving towards Lekki, and then the police stopped them at the checkpoint, telling the taxi driver, open your booth, all the procedures. And then he started shining the torchlight, flashing the torchlight at the couple inside. So the wife said, look, the inner light is on. Why are you flashing the torchlight on us? And so they tell them, calm down, and before you know what ensued, they dragged her husband by his pants and, you know, hit them with the gun, and then the stories continues. And if you see the pictures, their eyes are really big. So in these two situations, what is your take on this? First of all, with the bike man, he was running while he was told to stop. That's wrong, but does that justify him being shot?
If at all they shot at the bike man, they should shoot at his tire of the bike. You know, a policeman is not supposed to shoot at anybody that is running with the intention of killing that person. You're supposed to disable the person. So either you shoot the leg if the person is running on the leg. And that's what I'm saying now. I'm landing somewhere. Either you shoot the leg, or since in this case he was on a bike, you should have shot the tire of the bike, you know, and now run towards it, because definitely he will come down. You see, most of our police people, most of them, I don't think they have enough training as they ought to. Emotional intelligence is very, very key when it comes to policing, you know, and you must also have high level of compassion as a policeman. You know, because some people can really, really get on your nerves. But the fact that you have a gun does not give you that power to say now you want to now use it against that person. So our police people are supposed to be like, will I call them pastors or doctors? You know, you must have very high tolerance level. Do you understand? You must have a high tolerance level for any form of, what's it called? Any form of whatever anybody is going to dish out to you.
Trespass. Okay.
Yes.
I mean, they're arresting you abroad. They're telling you bend your head, ma'am.
They'll talk to you
watch out
calmly.
for the door, ma'am. Let me tell you something that could easily have turned out to be harassment for me.
Okay.
I was driving towards somewhere that apparently they had a checkpoint. And the policemen there, all I could see was blackness. There was nothing to identify them. There were no drums. There was nothing to let me know it was policemen. So they start flashing their lights. And I start zooming towards them like I'm going to bash anybody. And then they now go.
You can't differentiate between armed robbers and
exactly. So they now stop and they start asking me, Madam, did you not see us? And I'm like, you come and sit in the car and tell me what you look like from my own point of view. And I have my children in the car. I was ready to run anybody down because this your flashing of torchlights is even dangerous for me as a driver.
I absolutely agree because, sorry, let me just build a little on what you said, because if you read the FRSC driving book, it says when walking at night, do not wear all black. Wear something at least someone can identify you. So I'm thinking if the police could at least put on this
reflectors,
something that would help you identify
put on reflectors. Then also your vehicles have the whatever. So if at all is a checkpoint, let that light come on and somebody will know. Because you know what? I have been robbed before. And it's that flashlight. So till tomorrow, if I see flashlight like that, my heart begins to pant, you know? So most times when we are driving at night, I make sure I sleep. Because once I see that flashlight,
like
my heart just begins to palpitate like that. Okay. So it's important that, you know, so for me, I think our police need a lot of reform. They need to change their system of, what's it called, running things.
Okay, hold your thought. I'll get back to you, Tokwe. Good morning, Hassan.
Yeah, Sunday, good morning.
Welcome to the show.
The issue of police brutality and Nigerian nation, very crucial. You see, the question, it is only in Nigeria that you don't have one straight line question as one straight line answer to a question. You see, the issue is very clear. Nigerians need to be well behaved. That is one thing. I'm not only doing for Nigerian police. And secondly, Nigerian police, you know, they should be reoriented. Reoriented in the sense that, you see, Nigeria policing is about people. People, they should be exposed to sociological aspects of life of the people. Most of the policemen lack that orientation, which is very, very crucial to policing. They don't have manners. They don't have patience. And you can only get to the root of the crime or any violence if you are patient. They don't have that orientation. And number two, you see, let us look at the recruitment process of the Nigerian police. You see, from the beginning, people took money to get people recruited into Nigerian police force. You have already made sure that the head, the fish, got watching from the head. Right from the recruitment, from the entrance, they took money from you. Look at the nature of the police colleagues. They were exposed to a kind of dehumanized environment which structures their minds towards being inhuman to people. You understand? It's a calculated attempt by the authority. Because this is the police force, inherited by the colonial system.
Okay.
And you knew what the colonial system stood for. You understand? And
all right, thank you, Hassan. Thank you for your contribution. If I let you, you would go on and on and on. But very valid contribution there. You talked about orientation and then recruitment process.
I want to build on the recruitment process. You see, when predominant, I'm not going to say predominantly, I'll say most of the people I've come across in the police force, especially those you meet on the street, those that carry out these extrajudicial killings, are actually people that got into policing by virtue of there's nothing else I can do. We need to change that. We can't have our policemen on the street with guns being frustrated.
We need to make it an honorable job.
Tormented people that are stressed out, that they have bills, they are stressed. all day in, day out. They are insulted, they are under the sun, they are under so much stress, and you give them a gun. That person is psychologically not able to think through at that point in time.
Good morning, YAQUB.
Good morning. Thank you.
Welcome to the show.
Then good morning to you on the studio.
Good morning, YAQUB.
Quickly, let me just comment a little bit about Oshiba, the issue, please.
Okay, quickly, please.
You were saying something that, I forgot your name, Laide rather. So you were saying something that you don't know Oshibajo before. Yes, quite all right. Do you know, the question to you is that, do you know who is Fashola before now? Nobody knew him until he comes to limelight. And then that is answer to that. For this question that we are asking ourselves, police brutality, who has already said something in that video now? He said that he needs to do about the orientation of that police officer, even their training. The last caller we are saying something now. If you go to a police college, you will shed tears for them. True. And then it's all about the leader. The president of this country has been in that very particular place before. What is happening there now? He does not know what is going on after that. And then go to that police college. You will find out that a lot of things going on there. Are you telling me somebody come out of that police college? You will be able to handle you as the ordinary citizen of this country very well. Even if pass through a lot of bad things there. That is the solution. That is the station we find ourselves in this country. It is only when we get a good leader, that is where we are going to get it right.
Okay, thank you for your contribution,
YAQUB. Respond
YAQUB.
to YAQUB. When I made the statement, you should have listened to the completion. I said I'd never heard him of Oshibajo before, but everything I've heard of him since I started was that he's a man of integrity. So whether or not I knew Oshibajo of Ashola...
Okay, hold on. Let me throw a question at you. Everybody's talking about reorientation, recruitment, and everything. Now, I remember a few weeks back, we had read in the papers that the federal government had told the U.S., I mean, we know the U.S. has their Ferguson issues and the CIA torture and everything, but they had brought soldiers to train our military first on how to treat citizens or handle cases without abusing human rights. And the federal government had said, no, that is not what we need. Now, looking at the situation on ground right now, where it doesn't just end with the police, it's just that police is more rampant. Issues like that come up with the soldiers as well.
Everybody knows.
Was the president right? Is it right to have told the U.S. to withdraw their help?
It's not a right thing. But you see, let me tell you something. It goes beyond. It depends on what you as a leader see. How much of the vision you see for the police. Because you see this thing he was saying, Tokwe made a statement like, when there's no job anymore, they find police as. It's the same thing with teaching. That is why we have people that are airheads, that are teachers. Some of them, that they can't even write an exam to pass, and yet they are teaching people. Now, in the police, have you been to the police stations abroad? Have you seen the police cars abroad? In Dubai, if you go to the police car, you will see top-notch cars. Mercedes.
Hold on.
No, I'm just telling you.
Enugu has fantastic cars.
Forget fantastic. Can Enugu have a Lamborghini police car?
Who needs a Lamborghini? The point you're making is welfare.
No, it's not even welfare. It is the outlook.
It's the head.
It is the outlook. The police, when you go to police stations have to look very ugly and very smelly and very dirty. Why must our police stations look like that? Why can't they look like
I'll get back at you. Let's have Wale. Good morning, Wale.
Good morning, Yua.
Good morning, sir.
Welcome to the show.
About last week, YAQUB. You know, this country, there's no discipline. Discipline is the most important of everything we are talking about. Look at the Inspector General of Police saying that he doesn't respect Tambua, or he doesn't know Tambua as the Speaker of the House. There is no discipline. That is what is spoiling this country. No discipline is the major thing. There is no discipline. If there is discipline, you cannot find police around doing rubbish. It's from the head. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I want to say something. You see, as a people, we don't love ourselves. We don't care about ourselves. We don't care about the policeman. That's why I said, if you treat the policeman, I've had my husband and I have had one-on-one encounters with them, and we're always cautious towards them, and we always see a different policeman.
Forget
as in, at every.
I'm not joking.
Hold on a second.
I'm not joking. I've had it one-on-one every time. I always read their tags. I read the name and I address them immediately. And they notice that, oh, you took out time to read it. You took out time to address as a human being.
They respect you more because of that.
Do you understand? So for me, that is basic. I'm not saying what the police will do for me. I'm saying what I would do, because I can't control them anymore. But I can decide to be nice to them. I can decide to be cautious towards them. I can decide to reward them if I feel like, oh, this guy has been working so hard. Take buy pure water. No, I feel like I want to appreciate.
Why would you reward them? Would you reward a cop abroad?
Hold on.
Because I feel that they are working, you know, you cannot
they are
compare
not supposed
a policeman
to collect anything
here.
under any circumstance.
A policeman here and a policeman abroad.
Hold on.
If the government is doing what they're supposed to do,
but they are not. We know they are not now.
Hold on. That's where we are saying, well, it's a fundamental issue that we must treat. She is saying that name tag. The police people that saw me on that first sack, my 12 road or whatever, they didn't have name tags. They were wearing jersey shirts. And they, if you see the way they double-crossed myself and my husband, we were wondering what had happened. You know, that the boss had tinted whatever. We brought out the thing. They said, no, this one is not factory fitted. This is factory. I said, okay, Oga, I didn't know. Because you are the first person that will call me and tell me that this is not factory fitted.
All right.
Wait, let me finish my story.
I will have to cut you again.
You cannot cut me, Sansi. Let me finish my story. The bottom line is that at the end of the day, they were taking us to the police station all because we didn't have a permit for the
I'll have to take Angel. Oh, hold on. I'll get back to you. I promise you. Good morning, Angel.
Good morning, my darling. I think I understand you this morning. The problem we have with the police force is they are not well taken care of, for God's sake. They are frustrated. You see the men looking so downcasted on the road. You see them looking like, people that are suffering. You go to where they live, you go to the cantonment where they stay, police college at IKEJA.
Ugly.
You can't breathe. You cover your nose to pass to where they sleep. These are human beings, for God's sake. Yes. I think what the government needs to do is to step up with the facilities of these police officers.
Thank you.
When you have frustrated men on the road, what do you expect?
Okay. All right. Thank you for your contribution, Angel. I think she raised up a very valid point.
Pit toilet like this. Excuse me,
hold on.
That there should be a general overhaul, makeover, and reform for the police. And we all agree. And
also, for now, we Nigerians, as much as sometimes they are on the wrong side, we mostly are on the wrong side. Oh, jeez.
We always expect the wrong things
on the wrong side. We should understand their plight and understand the kind of life they're exposed to. And quite frankly, this brutality thing is a cycle. It happens from way back at secondary school with your prefects and the juniors. They beat you up.
It's a power thing.
It's a power thing. That was where Tope was coming from.
It's a power thing.
When you have power in your head and you know that, okay, yes, this one I can
do. You know who I am.
Okay, let's take some tweets.
But you didn't let me finish my story.
But take tweets.
Okay, Sansi, you're a good anchor. Keep it up. Like the way you handle the show this morning. I think the police should have a psychiatric doctor.
Yes, they should.
Then Olojede says, please update. Oh, sorry. More of personal assessment to ensure discipline. That's what Tune of the Day says. He said the austerity measures should start with trimming the size of government. And it's that's concerning the other one.
Okay.
Well, we had
okay,
some
sorry. As for the police, they're supposed to be law that will deal with the police brutality and extrajudicial killing. Else, this will continue. That's from Jamil Hassan.
Okay, that's the most you can take. Don't you want to watch the fashion show?
The former commissioner implemented some major reforms, and we need to acknowledge the former IG, rather. Sorry.
Okay. See how many times you tried to get the public officer to come
and the former IG implemented a lot of things that were very good that are going bad now. We need continuity in whatever we're doing. When there are good projects, let it continue. Please.
Okay, great point. On that note, we end the hot topics on the show. Coming up, we are promoting young talents in fashion industry. That's on Let's Talk. Stay with us. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Now, the fashion industry is growing in leaps and bounds in Nigeria. Fashion is now regarded as a professional and cool career, and it's really catching on with the next generation. The next generation is a group of teenage fashion designers who are promoting decency and morals through fashion. We have with us Vanessa Ariyibi, and that's of Arisa Couture. Yes.
Yes,
and Vanessa Cole of the Genesis clothing label. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Wow. Teenage fashion designers, I am super impressed. But first of all, let's get a little about your background, Vanessa. Oh, you both are Vanessa. Ariyibi.
Well, oh yeah, I've always liked fashion like since I was a child because my mom used to buy me a lot of beads and clothing materials, and then her mom also was a designer, so she would like tell me how her own mom used to teach her different kind of things and how she could mix and match colors, and then she would pass that on to me too. And then when I was like 8, I started something like a company in school, and then well at a point I wanted to be an author, but then I had to change parts because it was a bit funny. But then I started something like a company where I'll be in school and then I'll write a book for someone and then they'll pay me in paper cash. And then my mom was like impressed and she was like, I could do that with clothes. And then from there I started like that.
That was the starting point.
Yes, yes.
Okay, how about you, Vanessa Cole? How did fashion coming for you?
I've always liked to watch all the red carpet events with all the extravagant gowns and things, but I never realized what aspect of it I really liked until I was probably about 12, 13, when I realized I was just in love with the clothes they wore. Because at first I thought I wanted to be a celebrity at first just so I could wear it. But no, it's more about what they wear, and then I realized I wanted to be more into the styling part and designing. So through that I've been doing many work experiences with designers, just getting a feel of what it's like to be in the fashion industry, learning how to sketch and design.
How old are you guys?
I'm 17.
12.
Wow.
What did you say?
17,
12.
12.
Look,
Yeah?
What did you say?
12.
Okay, I'm going to sit down properly.
Pay attention. I have a 17-year-old daughter and I have a 13-year-old boy. When you started talking, I didn't get 17 from you. So you've obviously matured in what you do.
Yeah.
And I get stylist from you more so than designer. And you know the difference. Because the way you put your headscarf together with the belt, which I'm really impressed with that you said you designed, and then the pumps, I love pumps a lot, I don't like heels. But for you to be 12 years old, when you started talking, I thought she's shy.
I thought she was like 15
Well, you really
or
are a
something. Or like, really?
Okay, now let's get back to your career. I mean, I absolutely agree with you on. I am super
I'm so
impressed.
amazed, honestly.
I agree.
you.
But then, fashion. Let's start with you, Vanessa Cole. I'll have to add the surnames. You worked with Naomi Campbell.
Yes.
Tell us about that experience.
The experience was just such a inspiration to get the opportunity to work with such an amazing icon, and I just felt at first it was quite the pressure was intense to have to first dress up so like to look respectable, and then to be so hardworking and just to work by her side was just such a good opportunity.
What exactly were you doing?
Well, she was opening a charity shop in London for she was having an Ebola charity shop, and many designers bought in clothes, and I was just part of the work team that took in the clothes, and I helped style what would come out into the shop for the opening event, for the party, and just doing some just online things. So she gave me quite a few things to do, so I could just get a feel of different things you can do in the fashion industry. And then I also ended up doing some sales representing in the shop as well. And the whole experience was just amazing, and I luckily get to work with them again next year for Fashion Week in London.
Bravo.
And it's just it's just
in
an
all
experience.
this mix, do you still go to school?
Yes, I had to work with both of them and balance both of them out, because I would leave school on a Thursday, so I would get the work done before, and then even after, if I didn't finish, get to do the work. But it just taught me how to be very organized, and I got it done quite easily. I'm quite an organized person anyway, so I didn't find it too hard, but it was just tiring.
You're making me
I
feel
say
very
so
bad about
myself.
myself, but I'm very scattered.
I'm good with time management.
Sorry, Vanessa. Yeah, Vanessa Ariyibi. Tell us about your inspiration. I mean, I know your mom inspired you to start. Now, creating your own label, what is your inspiration?
Well, the name itself, like my name is Vanessa and my surname is Ariyibi. So I just took Essa and Ari, and then I made Ariessa.
Oh,
and then Ariyibi means, exactly, thank you. Ariyibi means we see this one born. Yeah. So since I took Ari, that means like we see. And then Vanessa means something beautiful or a beautiful butterfly. So I just like since I mixed both of them together, I just translated it to we see beauty. Or yes, something like that.
Wow. You know, I did the same with my name, but I don't think Sanzi has.
Sanzi hasn't worked out that way.
Sanzi is like a mixture of Sandra and Eze.
I have a question for you, particularly. Most of the time, you obviously were not brought up here. You have influence abroad. We tend to be blocked in our mind that, oh, because she's Tush, but you are here. Let me have an idea of your schooling and all that. How did you, what's the educational background?
Well, I have been to about 3 schools. Well, initially in around primary 1, I had to change schools because I moved. I was in Grace Children's School. And then I moved to Magodo, and then I started in Mind Builder School. And that was when I started the small...
Are you still in Mind Builders right now?
No, right now I'm in Lagoon Secondary School. I'm in JS3.
Okay. You just mentioned Lagoon this.
So this is a dress by you.
Yes.
Fantastic. So Vanessa Cole, do you have you styled yourself?
Yes,
okay.
I did.
Do you have any other thing you want to show us?
Yes, I do. I have my
model.
She also designed the Genesis label as well. We both put our designs together, and this is another one we both came up with.
This is very young and hip.
These are things you design.
Yes.
I like the palazzo pants.
So tell us about the look. What is the concept behind this?
This is Lisa's design.
Come forward.
Okay, move forward a little. Yeah. Tell us the concept behind this
well,
outfit.
we're targeting the youth generation, and of course,
just step down
to just
yes, thank you.
Target the fact that you can be fashionable and still look decent. We looked at the idea of getting a quite hip look for the youths with the cordless palazzos.
And the idea of the midriff without necessarily showing
and not
tummy.
necessarily showing much tummy, because that's what I think, that's what the fashion is trying to get our
more
generation is to wear more skin out, especially this area, to try and show your tummy. But you can still have that look without
I can see no cleavage. You don't have. I can't see yours, and I can't see ours.
But
because
still
a lot
beautiful.
of people, and considering that you've had international exposure one way or the other. Most people when they travel, and when they travel, and I mean just do summer abroad, they come back and they're wearing shorts in Nigeria and wearing tank tops. And I feel that just because you do it there does not mean that you can do it here. And I'm happy that you're bringing in.
Where the weather is hot, we can wear shorts. I would tell you that there are times that I've gone to my tailor to make me outfits, and I beg her, I want cleavage. Even though the boobs may be small, please give me some cleavage. You walk with Naomi Campbell, please, let me just say this. You've known her many times to walk the catwalks without underwear, undergarments.
Yeah, she wears a bikini,
bikini or not even anything at all. The bottom line is fashion has different interpretations. Some are age appropriate, some are body size appropriate.
But
for the teenagers, you're trying to promote decency.
Yes.
And like I said, the palazzo pants she had on,
very stylish,
and with the crop top, because a lot of them now is show your midriff and just leave it just below the boobs. You have made it the same way, compliant with the style and the design that they're wearing, but making it decent.
Yeah, because she wore a tank top inside
of the crop top.
The top is actually a see-through top. But she wore, I mean, that's what we say. When you want to be fashionable but with decency. It shouldn't be that you copy everything you see. Fantastic.
Okay, now, fantastic as well. Vanessa, you're Vanessa. I'd like to talk about the challenges. You're 12-year-old and you have a clothing line. You do as well. What are the challenges being a teenage fashion designer?
Well, firstly, I have a lot of friends, and then before I actually made these products, I just sketched it out, and then I took some of them.
You sketch very well?
Yes, I do. Thank you.
Interesting.
So I took some of them to school, and then my biggest challenge then was that a lot of people did not even like it, and then they were like, "This is rubbish." And then it was like, will I actually design this, or will I just go with the crowd? Like, it's not a good thing. And then when I finally made this particular one, and then the people in the Genesis Fashion Show committee, they like, it's very nice, they like it. And then I was like, what were they thinking in school? Like, if I had followed them, I would have just done something different. It might not even have turned out like this. So I'm happy that I followed the right way. So that's like a big challenge when people don't like it.
Could you stand a little so we'll see your design as well?
This is beautiful.
This is
right
from.
I'm very
No, her mic, she can come forward.
Yeah, just stay there. Immediately you came in, I
Just move the dress
noticed
out
it.
a bit so they see their symmetrical cuts.
Well, I really wish you could move to the center, but right now you are the mic'd lady, so
So you can't move so far.
the dress is beautiful.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Have you done it in different fabrics and patterns as well?
No.
You should.
I just, no.
Just, how do you do your production?
I don't exactly produce. I just, like, this dress, I just went on the internet and then I wanted something high-low and then something like classy at the same time. So I was like looking at many different kinds of things, like how would this look? How would this one look? Is this one going to match with this? So I now made this one. So when I sketched it, I labeled it like how I want every single thing to be. Then I gave it to my tailor and then I explained it to her and then she just did it like that.
How's your mom supporting this?
Hold on. Let's have Emmanuel. Good morning.
Oh, sorry.
Before we get to how your mom is supporting this, let's get to you, Vanessa Cole. Now, you are the older teenager, obviously in styling, and you're trying to promote decency in a world where teenagers just can't wait to expose everything. What are your challenges?
I have, going to a school abroad, for example, there is a lot of pressure to look the same, and everyone goes to the typical magazines where everyone promotes the latest fashions, and you see crop top, the tiniest shorts, tiniest skirts, and everyone wears that. So if you decide to cover up, people will be like, why are you wearing this? Why don't you wear this crop top? It's really cute. You should wear this one. And that's when you're talking about promoting decency, they'll be like, are you saying crop tops are bad? It's like, there's a way you can still style a crop top without making it look indecent. There's a way, it's not like the clothing itself is bad. Like, you can pick up a clothing and it can look good, but it's just how you put it on yourself and how you carry yourself with that clothing and how you cover up is what I find that teenagers need to get, because I think it's due to a lack of information that they might not understand how they're presenting themselves to people, because they might think for themselves, but they're not thinking how they would look to other people.
Thinking I look attractive, but not realizing they look trashy.
How supportive has your family been?
My family has been very supportive about the idea. Immediately when people have heard the theme, beauty and decency, they're very excited about...
Beauty in decency.
That's the theme, beauty and decency, and they're very excited about it.
Okay, let's have Oster. Good morning. Good morning, Osita from Niger Republic.
Hello, good morning, family.
Yes, welcome to the show. Great to have you.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
What is going on there?
Go ahead.
Okay. I'm calling from Niger Republic. I'm a first-come caller.
Welcome.
I love the way these children are trying to promote fashion. I am happy. I'm impressed. It shows that God is trusting the little children. I'm very happy, especially for that girl, Ariyibi.
Ariyibi.
I love the way. I love that address.
Okay, thank you, Osita.
Can I read some tweets?
Thank you. All right, let's have a few tweets.
Kome Akorota says, I'm just blown away by these young people. Wow. Looking at these ladies, I have hope that our future is secure. God bless Nigeria. And God bless them. Then I think that's about, okay. Shagun Martin says, these girls are talented. I think government should encourage them and invest in them. Forget government.
I wonder.
What I would like to say though.
Wait. It's official that I'm a guy says, any advice for young designers and what does it take to be a designer? That's to you guys. Any advice to young designers?
Who would like to take it? Okay, Vanessa, you take it.
I just think that you should just follow what you believe and not be pressured by people around you, because if you're going to design, it should come from you.
Okay.
And you shouldn't, if someone says they don't like it, not everyone's going to like what you produce. So just see how it comes out and of course, have your family and friends, people who you trust to be by your side. And if it's God's plan, it will happen.
Okay, so one very final question before we run off. It's great that you're doing what you're doing, but then the financial aspect comes in. Are you making money? What is it like? Quickly, please. Are you making money?
No.
You're
Well, I
not?
just recently, like, actually, this is like my first dress.
Okay.
Like, ever. So I haven't sold it yet. So I haven't started making money.
But you will soon.
Amen.
Okay. How about you, Vanessa?
Of course.
It depends what I'm designing for. For the Genesis Fashion Show, it's not a profitable experience for me. But let's say sometimes I do outstyle for my friends in reward
So if you
for
style
something.
me now,
In
what's the
reward for
cost?
something.
Okay.
It might not necessarily be cash, but
Okay.
maybe
I love you guys.
because I'm still
just
young.
passion.
It might
It's
be
good
quite
to be
favor.
young. Young people
Never
don't have
been
many
young.
baggage like us.
But I'd like to say something though, and not just particularly to you. I must encourage what you're doing, very laudable. But I want schools, I want parents to support when they see this talent. We believe that you have been able, Vanessa Cole, been able to manage yourself properly, and you're proud about it, that you can balance education and your work. And I think parents should let them face that challenge and show that they can balance it also.
Okay,
So,
well said, well said, Topper. Thank you
you.
so much, Vanessa
you,
Cole
thank you,
and
thank you,
Vanessa
thank
Ariyibi. I think you two should come together and create a design called V and V. Okay, thank you so much for being our guest on the show, and thank you, ladies, for a wonderful show.
for having us.
Thank you also for watching. Watch a repeat broadcast of Yourview at 11:30 p.m. tonight. You can also watch previous episodes on YouTube. Go to YouTube/TVC Entertainment and search for Yourview. Be a part of our live show on Christmas Day, December 25th. That's a week today, by sending your name and email to yourview@tvcontinental.tv. Thank you once again for watching, and see you tomorrow on Celebrity Friday.
Bye.